Hi, I'm Larry Abel, retired state trooper and now the senior training officer for MPH Industries. Today we want to look at MPH Industries' new Doppler radar, which is appropriately called the Ranger. What sets the Ranger EZ apart from other Doppler radars is its unique ability to show the operator the exact distance in yards of the strongest target vehicle and the fastest target vehicle on the face of that particular radar. As you can see, the Ranger has the three displays on the front of it. It has also something that no other radars do have. Down below, the obvious graph of and the top one you'll see is the target, which it lists as the target. And of course, the bottom graph you'll see is the fastest. Red on top for the strongest target, and of course, amber on the bottom for the fastest target. Now, when you first turn the Ranger on, the only switch on the Ranger is the on and off switch. First turn it on, this is what you get. You press and release the power button on the readout unit. This causes the Ranger EZ to power up and perform a power on self-test. Radar lights up all of its display segments and then displays Ranger in its speed windows. You then perform a 32 mile per hour internal test, moving and stationary, and will display pass in the middle window upon completion of the test if everything's okay. It comes up now, normally though, you'll see in this particular case it's got the city mode. There's a city and highway mode, which we'll explain to you later. Also, the red X up here on your mode shows that it's in standby. That's what the red X means on all of MPH radar products. And you'll see also lit up here is the fastest mode, which means that's on. And on the Ranger, you can turn the fastest mode on or off. What we have with the Ranger also is a very ergonomic looking remote that we have been using for over 10 to 12 years with the B3. We just use the same type of remote with the Ranger. So those users that have used the B3 and some of our other products will be familiar with this particular remote. Very easy to understand. For example, all of the upper buttons on the remote are raised. That allows the officer to just feel those at night and understand where the lock button is at, for example, the opposite direction, same direction, standby buttons, front antenna, rear antenna, and of course on the Ranger, the rear alert button, which puts the rear alert into effect. So those are very good buttons to have. Below, all of the red buttons that you see, like moving, stationary, test, range, low, those are buttons that you can't accidentally push on them, but you can push on them when you need them. For example, first menu, when you first hit the menu, you'll get your audio. Hit the menu again, the squelch is on, of course, on the Ranger. The range is up to 8, and the patrol speed is in low. Now, changing those particular settings using the low or high plus and minus buttons on the remote is very easy to use. Also on the remote you'll see second function. For example, and I'll go through the second function. The operator can enhance his operator functions with the remote. Second function menu gives you, of course, safe speed. I've got it at 90. That is your rear alert, rear safety alert set speed. And I tell people to set that speed if something's going to be a real danger to you. If I'm operating this particular model out on an interstate, for example, I'm going to look through that rear antenna, and somebody comes within that beam of 90 miles per hour, and I'm also going to set it at 400 feet, so I can set that to low, high buttons, and plus and minus buttons also. So we've got our rear alert set at 90 miles per hour at 400 feet. The next menu function we got, auto stationary, is off at this time. But of course we can go through the menu, the auto stationary, and we can turn it back on by that. Now what's the auto stationary? The auto stationary is where the radar automatically goes into stationary when you stop, and when you move it automatically goes into moving mode. Next thing, fastest is on, we'll always keep that on, or we can turn that off. Some people like to turn that on, or some people like, get to where you can turn the fastest off. They don't want to see that all the time. So only the MPH, we can do that. We can turn that off. Fan defeat mode. If you've got a fan problem within your car, most likely you need to move your antenna to a better place, but this Ranger will defeat some of the functions and some of the problems that you'll get with the fan, the defrost fan on your car. Car 11, now in this particular case, you can take, it's something that can save departments loads of money. The Ranger has a built-in function where you can go in and utilize this car. For example, let's say we use this radar on a Crown Vic. So we go in and set the code at whatever the presetting is. You look in your manual, all of those settings are in there. Say we use that for a year on the Crown Vic, we take this same radar and move it to a Chevrolet Impala. Then we go in here in the second function menu, like I showed you here, go past those, go on into the car, and you set it for the function or for Chevrolet. And those codes are of course in your manual. The thing that we've got is the speedometer interface, on or off. In this case, we turn it on, then you'll see that it shows different speeds, and it's just a simple way of testing your speedometer interface and making sure that it works. When you move, if you were moved with this particular radar, for example, what's in the middle window and what's in your patrol speed should match up. That will tell you that everything's working properly. Very easy to use. Lock button, very accessible. That's a button that people lock in. Some people utilize that after their tracking history. Some people do not. And of course, your alert button. Once you stop a vehicle, hit that alert button, it automatically puts it into the alert mode. So you can tell by looking on the front of your particular unit that the alert's on. So the rear antenna is going to alert me that if someone comes within 400 feet of my car, or the rear of my vehicle, and going 90 miles an hour, then not only do I get an alert on the inside, but I get an alert on the outside of the car. We hook it up to the horn. So that's a nice feature to have also. Very easy remote to use with the radar itself. Thanks for viewing our video. For more great products from our company, go to our website at www.mphisindustries.com. Thanks.